Why, hello everyone, and welcome to today's Low Elo Myths match. We have an interesting one here today. In the south, in the blue, we have Susanoo, being played by Scorpion number 30144. His opponent, Woodiest Word number 191, is Isis in the red, playing in the north. We're here on Steppe. Both these players are in the 300s of the Elo, with Scorpion at 326, whereas his opponent, Woodiest Word, is at 354. Alright. Already off the bat, we've got a couple things that are already indicating we got the Low Elo Myths category. We've got a lone laborer building a wall of houses without the ends complete. I'm sure the raiders will definitely turn around when they see that. Hopefully he finishes that up before the classical age hits. Oh, and it looks like he's also going for berries off the start. I would be if this was as raw, I would be more I would understand it, but I don't think Isis gets any special gather rates from these. Well, it should be fine. It's not that much of a difference. Thankfully, we do have drop-off points here. Let's see what's happening down in the south. Oh no. Oh no. These poor two commoners working away. No drop-off points. Scorpion, drop-off points will help a lot. Look how much they're walking. Commoners do not have good shoes. They are neither the villagers or anyone else. They need a drop-off point nearby. Alright. Otherwise, we have this Miko here. I don't think this is going to last too long since... Yeah, this ain't going to last too well. Oh, what's that? Oh! What happened? Did the Kitsune just grab these and then got grabbed back? That would have been funny if we managed to steal it, but I guess it didn't manage to, unfortunately. Anyway, as I was saying, this Miko is not in the best location. Once these deer are gone, it's only going to have this one tree to get boosted, so it's not going to get that much favor, unfortunately, for Susanoo. And Susanoo really needs more favor for this. Oh. We have our first idle villager. This laborer has decided she just wants to chill in the shade of the houses. No work for that one. Just relaxation. Nothing too terrible, though, overall. Doing typical scouting. Sheep being left out on the map. I don't think Scorpion cares about sheep. He's just sort of leaving them everywhere. Got sheep over here. Sheep over here. Yeah, the sheep everywhere. Woodiest Word does care about the sheep. He's grabbing them. Let's see what relics we're dealing with while the players are... Oh, that one laborer are actually going back to work. Nice catch by Woodiest Word. Never want those in the back line. Temple is up for Scorpion, though. Alright, we need to go through these relics really quick. Alright, we've got over here in the east, we have farm reduction costs. That's good. We also have a slight trickle of wood. Always nice. Just a bit of extra. Excuse me. Sorry, my cough's been acting up recently. We also have a farm gather rate boost, actually. That's really good compared to that other one. And finally, we have human soldiers do more damage to buildings. Basically, a mini Zeus relic. Alright, we got temples coming up over both sides. Susanoo has not yet started the age up. I wonder why he's gathering wood. Susanoo, you don't need wood at this point. You have your temple. Susanoo. Oh, I guess he managed to get it. Okay, he got the food. He's good. He's aging up. Not a bad timing. 340 or so, so that's a pretty good one. He's going up through Minakatatomi. That's the one with the... what's the name? I had this issue before. I can't remember the name of the wheel myth unit. What's the name? We'll see in a second. I always forget the name of the myth unit. I need to do better at that. It also is the one with the deer shrine god power, just boosting the favor gather rate of the shrines, which is nice. Alright. How many sheep does Woody's Word have at this point? 14 sheep. Not bad at all. Ad's temple is up, and they are aging up through Bast. Going for those Sphinxes and the Eclipse. Excellent choice of god power and minor god to worship in the classical age. Alright, what's the game plan, guys? Thus far, no real indication. See, I'm confused. They're going out to hunt now. Why are they not going on to the hunt over here? With these guys. Yeah, well. Alright, what are you? One Yudo. That's the one. One Yudo. With the minor god. One Yudo. I need to remember that. One Yudo. Dojo right after out of the gate. Okay. This is going to be an interesting one. I guess Scorpion wants to go a bit aggression. Alright, let's see what he does with, I'm assuming, Samurai. Right back onto food. Alright, yep, 3 Samurai coming out right out the bat. Woody's Word has not yet aged up, so hopefully he can respond. Got a monument to the villagers already coming up and a monument to the soldiers. Going for a decent amount of that favor here. Okay. Still random goats just sitting around doing nothing. It is what it is. First Samurai is out. Where are you headed? Can I see the... Wait, where's this one? Can I see where this is going to? It's going straight over there. Alright, that works. Age Up is through with Woody's Word with the Sphinx in position. And the labor making its way over. Building more houses. I guess they are not going to finish the house wall. A pity. Would have been nice to see. The one unit is interesting because it is good against buildings, but terrible against anything else because it only does crush damage. And basically every unit has like 99% crush damage resistance, so it's not going to do much as the Samurai is moving in. Barracks is here, so it's not going to last. Not against this siege unit, as that labor is unfortunately going to fall pretty quickly, I think. It's on fire. There we go. Sphinx is moving in. Should be able to do a decent amount here. I don't think it'll be enough, not with that myth unit adding in that extra damage. Myth units don't have quite as much crush damage, so it will not last as long. I think those Samurai will be able to take it out, as the one Jojo is looking to take out those monuments. But the Pharaoh is here, and he has something else to say. Look at that damage from that Pharaoh. That's a huge amount. Here we go. Take it out. Yeah, that one Jojo's not going to last long. We got the 2 Samurai and 1 priest against and a Pharaoh. There's another Samurai down here, so let's see if he uses it. Good from Woody's Word, bringing them underneath the town center. That's perfect. Nice, targeting down the weak one. Just make sure your Pharaoh doesn't die. Perfect. Alright, I think he's got this. The Pharaoh versus the world. That one Pharaoh is just defending the town center valiantly. Ptolemy. Good work, Ptolemy. You're guarding your nation well. Alright. That first attack failed from Scorpion. Lots of idle villagers. Pretty common here. It's pretty typical. Alright. No food. No food gathering. Huh. Has he turned off? I think he turned off his commoner's auto gathering, whereas Woody's Word hasn't yet. That's why you have the 24 to 22. Let's see though. He's going for another Miko. We'll see if he restarts it. He has no food income though. Only wood and gold. I'm not sure what his goal is here. The only thing you can really build is these one Yudos, I think. Because these things cost like probably wood and gold, unlikely to cost food. He has 2 Samurai. Just 2, right? Yeah, just the 2. So there's that. Now, what does Woody's Word want to do? He's got his barracks up finally, so he can actually build some stuff. He's doing some repairs of the monument to villagers. Getting its head back. Don't want that villager to go defaced for too long. Alright, we got some of the axemen and some slingers coming out. Okay. Probably want to have another barracks out just because your queues are getting pretty long with this. At least 1 more, if not 2. And it looks like Scorpion is going for that second town center. But he doesn't have much, he doesn't really have anything on food though, so unless he really swaps the food, the second town center is not going to do him a ton of good. You need the food income to do much with that. But yeah, Woody's Word, you need to get more barracks out. Plus, I'm not sure what your goal is with the slingers. There aren't any archers that you've seen thus far, and Japan is not really known for archers. Okay, Scorpion, I have to know. What's the thought process here? Putting the shrine in the middle of nowhere. There's not a single Gaia unit anywhere. Come on. Come on, Miko. Oh no, he's trying to get the villagers to help build. Doesn't work that way. I mean, I guess you can use this shrine, but that was his goal? Okay. I mean, you can do that. It won't be the best option. And probably better next to trees, but it's fine. At this level, I'm not expecting too much better. Just maybe next time, put it like right over here in this little grove. Get that extra from the trees as well. Or you can put it over here with these guys. That'd be an excellent place for it. Alright then. Still just, meanwhile, Isis is still just gathering up his units. 1 barracks at a time. A couple priests coming out. He is let's see here. Word Eastward is still doing well because this town center is not auto-producing villagers. Just this one is auto-producing the commoners, apologies. He's getting some Miko out, which is good. Okay, this is where you should put it a little bit closer, but about there. Eco shrines do not overlap, so this is not going to share resources, unfortunately. Alright, so, Woody's word. You've got an army. What you doing with it? Going to Heroic. Alright. Got Heroic Age, Isis versus 2 TC, kind of Susanoo. No god powers yet from Susanoo in combat, just the one Shrine of the Hunt, so that should be... So it does unfortunately not get as much of a bonus from his unique tech of getting reduced cost. Alright, we got some stables out here, actually. 2 stables coming out for Scorpion. Alright, he's got the gold for it, he just needs more food. Is he going to go for the Naginata Riders, or going to save up for the Heroic Age and get those Yumi Horse Archers and the Daimyo? We'll see in a moment. Heroic Age through, Sobek is almost through for Woody's Word. Gold mine in the main base has run out. Has this way out? Yeah, it's almost out for both players. They're going to have to expand soon. Scorpion has access to a couple, pretty much like 2 gold mines pretty easily. But so does Woody's Word. He's already mining over here on this one. What is the goal here, Woody's Word? What is your goal? You've got army. You got your Petsuchos. Are you going to attack with it, or are you just going to sit back with it? That's the question. Farms coming up. Have anyone grabbed relics? No relics yet. This relic would have been really nice for him if he'd seen it. Did he see it? He did see it. He saw both farming relics, actually. Is this the other one, right? Yep. Guess he just didn't want to grab the farming relics. Yeah, well. They're a loss, I guess, but for future reference, these guys can be quite nice. 25% cost reduction on those farms can save a lot of wood. Oh, that's an interesting pattern. I like to call this the background noise pattern of farms. You sort of put them anywhere. I usually do this with Atlantean because I don't care. Oh, we have an attack. Bit of a strike onto that settlement which was trying to be built by those laborers with the god power of the Kusanagi. Try to, and you see the cost of that second god power, the Shrine of the Hunt, went down. These Kitsune are going to be quite a pain unless... Yep, here comes the priests. They should be fine. They'll get there in time, I think, to save the laborers, and if they do the right thing. There we go. There it goes. Kitsune down, laborers fine. Settlement should go up unless Susanoo decides to intercept with his Naginata Raiders, which it looks like he might. Woodyest? What's on you? All your units are over here. You've only got 4 priests over here. They're not going to last if these Naginata Riders get in close. Here they come. Naginata Riders charging in. Here we go. Straight onto the settlements. Priests are coming in, throwing their stones, but it's just not enough. Like, these are 4 not going to be enough to survive, and this settlement is going to go down unless the army moves in. Come on, guys. Run for it. 1 priest down. 2 priests down. One laborer is down as well. Settlement is halfway built, but it won't come up in time unless the army arrives in time to save it. 2 laborers. 3 laborers down. Here come the cavalry. Not really, but looks like those laborers will all... Well, not quite. The army turns around to fight. Not the best fight into this, as apparently most of them have decided they just don't want to do anything. That's some pretty bad... That's some pretty bad pathfinding there, actually. So that 1 laborer will unfortunately fall as the army decides it actually wants to fight now. Wasn't sure what was happening there. That was weird pathfinding. Axemen aren't the greatest into this. They only have 5 base attack damage. But there's just enough units here that it should be fine. Only 1 Naginata Rider left, and Petsuchos is not quite helping, but altogether it should be fine. And the settlement should come up eventually. The advantage has gone back to Scorpion, I think, at this point. No, actually, he's fully canceled all villager auto-queue. So, no villagers auto-queuing whatsoever. More Naginata Riders out, with those medium upgrades from the Bushido Tier 2. Double stables in the field. Alright. Question is, he is going for Spearman, good. That's what you need against those Naginata Riders. Spearman. Lots of tech upgrades coming in as well. Heavy, medium Axemen with some copper shields. Settlement will be up. that should be enough at this point for Wittiest Word to get the economic advantage, considering Scorpion has no commoner production. So this should be good for Wittiest Word. He's got... Did he cancel this one as well? He did not. Okay, good. Both of them are going. I just missed it there for a second with the way the queue was going. Alright then. You survived and managed to get your second town center up, but Scorpion is getting a pretty big army. These samurai are worth basically 2 units at a time. So these 6, sorry, because the last one's coming up. These 6 samurai are really 12. You have to be careful with that against Japan, because however many there are that you think there are, there's actually more. At least in terms of value, because each of these is worth 2 in terms of how much they cost and how much pop space they take. 4 pop space and costs 180 resources. That's insane. They're quite effective, though. Axeman, I think, should be a good counter to it. I think Axeman should beat it on the same ratio. He just has to make sure he has enough. Spearman will have to be focused onto those Naginata riders as Scorpion is deciding to move forward. A couple feet. Mythical Stronghold is coming up. Alright. I guess Scorpion really just wants to gather from these shrines. Oh, they're trying to hunt axes to get drop-off points? That's neat. Anyway, Naginata riders coming in to attack the farms. Oh, nope, they just changed in direction, heading to the Mythical Stronghold. Probably the wisest move, honestly. That was probably a good move. Mythical is down, laborers are running, army is here. Spearmen should be able to take out those cavalry, but I don't think there's enough axemen here to take out those samurai. Samurai just do too much damage. Huge amounts of hack damage per hit. And with being outnumbered like that, it's just too much. Just some slingers and pachukos left. A couple more pachukos coming out of the temple. Will it be enough? We shall see. Most of the samurai are down? No, only one fell. Did any fall? I don't think any samurai actually fell. Yeah, this is a slaughter. Oh no, Wittiest Word, no. Lots of samurai coming out. Wittiest Word has more villagers, but this kind of stockpiling his resources. 3,000, 4,000, almost 3,000 resources there, almost 4,000 just sitting in the bank. Will the town center fall? It just might. Watchtowers are up, so that'll help a little bit, but I don't think it'll be enough. Trying to send those laborers in there to do some damage. Increase the damage of these towers with them in there. It's not going to be enough as this town center is going to fall, unfortunately. This is too much. These spearmen are going to go down eventually. Again, spearmen aren't the best into this. The samurai do too much damage. One samurai has fallen, though. And the settlement is down. Some towers in the area. Come on, Ptolemy. You defended the base last time. You need to do so again now. There's no burning oil yet, so there's nothing they can do. Couple Sphinxes coming through. I guess they swapped off of those Pachuchos onto the Sphinx, going for more of the Brawly. All of the Scorpion's units are up to heavy now. With that Bushido tier 3, they're all up to heavy, all those tech upgrades. And it looks like Scorpion's going into the Heroic Age. These Sphinxes look like they'll be enough to bring this down, especially with the Empowered Monuments healing everything up. Really good, actually. Keeping that at Pharaoh onto that monument keeps all of these units at least decently healthy. One Sphinx goes down. And finally, the last samurai falls. Meanwhile, Scorpion has built up his army yet again. He's got all of his Naginata riders in and some more samurai. He is running a little... No, he's not. He just decided not to use it. He's just not using all his resources. Come on, village. Come on. Laborers, back to work. There you go. Go rebuild that settlement. That's what you need. Heroic Age is in for Scorpion with that Gust God power. Smiting Gust. Could be quite interesting. We'll see if we use it. The Oni is out as well. That's a pretty good, basically Mountain Giant. I think a little bit slower attack speed, but pretty much the same as a Mountain Giant overall. Alright, anything else happening down here? No, just pretty abysmal favor gather rate, unfortunately. Poor placement of those Miko Shrines will do that. Alright, Wittiest Word, what are you doing? Not much, you've got tons of resources. Because really wants to get to that settlement up. You need to build a lot more production buildings, though. That one barracks just was not enough. You need like 3 or 4, honestly. You have the resources for it, so invest in it. This is a long one to do. 40 seconds for Cryo Sphinx. Huh. Never realized it was that bad. Oh, it does look like Woody Sword did disable villager queuing onto the second settlement, so that ended up meaning there wasn't going to be too much more to help. This is going to be a lot more extra. There's not going to be a lot of extra villagers on the side of Woody's Sword, unfortunately. As Woody's Sword, it looks like he's wanting to go into Sphinxes primarily. 4 more out. Alright, Midgul's coming up. That will be good, but you also need priests, because these guys are coming in fast. Oh, what's this? Castle. Okay. Well, that's a neat little icon. I never realized that was the icon for castle before in this minimap. Let me see, can I increase the size of this thing? Oh, I get to touch it barely. It's fine. That works. Anyway, it's a neat little icon. Midgul will come up, so that should help defend, but these Oni are going to be quite potent to defend that. The Sphinxes will have to be the ones to keep the Oni away. They're the only ones with a myth unit multiplier. Alrighty then. The God Power Protection Zone will be quite helpful here, actually, against that Smiting Gust and anything else that Susanoo wants to do. The army is getting so big. Oh my word. Plus another 14 samurai coming up. And Woody's Sword is going for Mythic Age, actually. He's going through Osiris. Okay. Well, that Son of Osiris could help. Getting that extra lightning damage in there. I'll have to keep it safe, though. It's going to be difficult with all these heavy Yumi horse archers and heavy Naginata riders. He's only got a couple spearmen. You need more barracks, Woody's Sword. Pro tip of the day, make sure you make more than 1 barracks. Oh no. Woody's Sword, please. Make more than 1. Make more than 1 production building. You need a lot more than that. He's gonna have a lot of Sphinx. Don't know if that's gonna be enough for him. He could make more, actually. He's got lots of favor. He just hasn't made any. Going for camels. Not terrible into these Naginata riders. Probably will want some of the chariot archers as well to deal with those samurai. Samurai are a little bit weak to the pierce armor. Pierce damage, so that would be the way to go. Alright then. Let's see what happens. Both players have kind of settled on their final villager / commoner / laborer numbers with... Oh my. Does he not know? Do they not know they're there? They don't know. They have no clue each other are there. Oh, that's funny. Mining gold just a couple ways away, and I'm missing the fight. No! I missed the fight! They're missing it as they're rushing onto that Midgul stronghold, trying to get in there. The Sphinxes are moving in, trying to defend. It's not gonna be enough though. With how many? With 3 Oni Warlords here, the Sphinxes are doing their best. There aren't any heroes in the play, so they could do some work, but I don't think it's enough. Camels are falling, labor's falling in the background as those Oni are moving in. You have to rely on that final old god power with Son of Osiris to do the work it needs to, as the entire army from Isis has just fallen. It's just fallen flat. And with so much resources in the bank too. Mythic Age is in for Woody's Sword. Let's see if he goes for that Son of Osiris. Or is he going to get too worried with everything else? Mummy is out on the field. Doesn't going to do too much, I don't think. We'll see. Alright, here we go. Oh no, I think the Pharaoh's gonna fall before he has a chance to use Son of Osiris. No! Ptolemy! He did such a good job defending, but it wasn't enough. As the fight continues with these last 2 myth units, the Mummy's trying to do work. 1 minion came out, but then fell. And that's it. The town center for Woody's Sword is down, and this gold mine is gonna fall pretty quickly too. As the Oni Warlord is moving in, smashing away, as those samurai slicing and dicing in two. All those laborers are just gone. Settlement has fallen. There isn't much left for Woody's Sword at this point. He's got a couple axemen out. They're only medium though. This isn't going to work well into this battle. Temple's about to come down as Scorpion's moving to take out that second town center. As an even larger army of samurai is building in the background. This just isn't enough for, anyway, I don't think, for Woody's Sword to survive. Here we go, both Oni smashing away. Woody's Sword looks to have given up. He's trying to smash. He's trying to stab. They're shanking the Oni. David and Goliath, will it be enough? Is it going to be enough? I don't think so, but they're trying. Trying slowly but surely to hack it down. trying to rebuild the town center in the main base. I admire the effort, but I don't think it's going to be enough. You have to kill off the Oni first. Settlement has fallen, and the laborers are being smashed down by the Oni Warlords in their enraged state, and Woody's Word throws in the towel. Good game, good game. That was a fun one to watch. Oh, Scorpion. Woody's Word, come on. You need more than one military building. See, Scorpion gets it. Whoops. Scorpion gets it. He's got 3 dojo, 2 stables. That's pretty good. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this Low Elo Myths match. If you did, please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe down below. And if you want me to cast your own game, then hop on over to the Discord and I send it in there. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!